Hi, welcome into the studio and to the next pastel video. This one's really complicated. It's a real what I call masterworks again, so it's going to be very in-depth. And what I've started doing, as per usual, I've got my pastelmat paper. I'm actually using pastelmat board, so it's exactly the same surface as the paper, it's just on a bit thicker rigid board. I'm using PanPastels a lot for the whole blocking in of this piece. Now, in lots of my other videos I've showed doing the blocking in with soft pastels or Conti sticks. I've even got videos showing just using pencils. So there's lots of ways to do the underdrawing in particular. For the details I'll use pencils from the halfway stage on. But the good thing with PanPastels, if you haven't used them yet, if you want to know a little bit more about them, is when you work really large, and this is quite a large drawing, they make the blocking in process very quick indeed. So you can see they come in these cake tins, these pans, and they're a compressed, highly pigmented pastel. And you can use lots of different tools to actually apply them. I'm using a chamois leather dry, just to clean. It's what I use to clean my fingers, and it's also good to clean the tools. You could use a microfiber cloth as well, and it just takes some of the pastel off. If I want to change color or change tone a lot, I'll clean the tip of the applicator with it. When I'm blending with my fingers, I'll clean my fingers with it. As I said, it is completely dry. So you can see, going in the direction, as I normally say, of fur growth, or the way the fur is lying, taking my time. There's lots and lots of different colors and tones that you can get in the PanPastels. They do seem fairly expensive to start with, but when you compare them to, they're roughly the same price as a top quality pastel stick, but they last so much longer. And if you wanted to try them, I've actually got a wildlife art PanPastel set up, which has got the colors I'd recommend to start with, but the important ones would be something like this kind of neutral brown that I'm using now. So any of the earth tones act usually as good for blocking in or for underpaintings where you can put the pencils on top, so you'd get the feel then of the PanPastels and know if you like them or not. Now with the pans, you can actually, complete the whole drawing with those alone, especially when you're working large, because you can use the tools on this side. There are lots of other tools and applicators smaller than this as well. So you can see you can just get a bit of the pan color there, put a lighter tone to it. So I don't use it to create colors as such, but I use it to adjust them very slightly. And it's just normal white printer paper. You don't want a rough surface on there. I don't want it grabbing the pastel. I actually want it to just be able to blend easily, deposit it on the tool so that I can apply it to my drawing. Okay, so zooming back out, you can see I've got lots of pans here at the top, and I'm going to start blocking this in now to try and get most of the Cougar actually blocked in. You can see I'm mixing colors again. That's another reason why I can't give you color formulas, which I hate doing anyway, because it just teaches people to do paint by numbers, and I'm not about that at all. I want you guys to actually be able to create your own art. So you've got to learn how to see color, how to mix color, especially in oils. Obviously with pastels, we're pretty much picking colors then. So we've got to see the color and then pick the color in our collection. I'm just putting a small amount of background in, just with one of these sponge applicators, just so that I've got something to judge the other colors around by, what's next to it, and B, so that I've got an edge that I can blend the back end of the Cougar into, because I want that obviously to be a soft blurry edge. So if I wanted to continue now to actually finish the drawing with pans, that's when I'd start to use smaller tools, and also I would start to get much more accurate with the colours and the tones as well. So I'm going to adjust things a little bit just to make sure I've got highlights and things in the right areas, but I am going to use the pencils to really push the level of detail as much as I possibly can. And then it's up to you guys when you're doing your particular subject, whether you want it very detailed or to have a more of a painterly appearance to it. If you're looking for even more great art sources, I've really got you covered. First off, I've got a Patreon channel. It's been going well over a year or so, packed with around about 50 or more videos and new ones every month. Lots of the videos are many hours long, so you can see they're really in-depth. Subjects such as turtles, birds, elephants, big cats, you name it, is on there. So that's my Patreon channel. And also on that Patreon channel, before I go on to something else, I've got a secret Facebook group. So only the members are actually on there. It's the most supportive and friendly Facebook group that I've ever seen. I know I'm biased, but it really is. We've got 400 or 500 members on there, and they all help each other. So that's a great added bonus. That comes free with it. Also, you get line art every month as well, and we've just designed a brand new companion website for it. So if you've joined other patrons and channels and you found it very difficult to navigate around, we got this free website that comes with it. All the videos are now just a single click away. It couldn't be any easier than it is. I've also got my site, jasonmorgan.co.uk, lots of tutorial videos, DVD discs and downloads on there. And if you're struggling for reference photos for your art projects, I've got some of those too. I've got 900 plus on my website, wildlifeart-online.com, and they will be copyright free for you, so you can paint and draw from them and sell your work with no copyright worries whatsoever. So hope you like those extra resources, and I'll see you all again real soon.